play, doesn't it? But that young Matthew Ridge, 30 points in 2 weeks.
30 points in 2 weeks, and he's only 2 games of rugby league, Graham, so Graham Lowe has certainly snatched a winner from New Zealand. Manly, awesome yesterday, particularly Ian Roberts. You'll see Roberts in this film run riot. Let's have a look at the Eagles. 34-0 winners over Eastern Suburbs yesterday at Henson Park, and Cliff Lyons dominated. There's Big Roberts standing in the tackle, giving it back to Lyons. Lyons on to Darryl Williams, who's named in the Kiwi side today, along with his Manly teammate Tony Iro. Up the blind side go Manly. Lyons to O'Connor. There's the pass to Matthew Ridge, and Ridge opens the scoring for Manly in his first try in professional football, and he's only been here 2 weeks. Manly continued to attack. There's Cliff Lyons getting over the line, but referee Parnaby says held up. But Manly, the maroon and whites yesterday, in awesome attacking form. There's Roberts out wide to Lyons. Look at Lyons with a dummy, then gives it to Hoskins. A bad pass there. Here's big Tony Iro striding out. You can see why the Kiwis want him in their side, short of the line, and to dummy half goes David Lydiard for Manly. A slow play the ball by Tony Iro. He's got to brush up on that. Lydiard out wide to Lyons. Look at Lyons prop inside to Matty Dunford, and a huge gap there in that plasticine East defence, and in for the try. Into the second half, Lyons standing there. Roberts gets on the end of this kick. Up he goes, Ian Roberts, and gallops over for a try. The big fellow in rare form for Manly Warringah, and back in the New South Wales side today. Manly continue to attack. There's a big strong run by John Jones off a Cliff Lyons pass, in for the try, and many people are asking why Cliff Lyons isn't in the New South Wales side. There's Lyons at dummy half, out wide to Iro. Look at Roberts, steam through the defence, look for support inside, gives it to Michael Peachy, and the former Brisbane reserve grader goes in for his first try in first grade for Manly. Manly big winners, 34-0.
And didn't they look good? Moves to an easy win, 34 points to nil over the Gold Coast. What about that young Matthew Ridge? Matthew Ridge, another 5 goals. He got about 40 points in, what, 3 or 4 games?
40 points in 3 games, Graham. He's made a marvellous introduction to rugby league, and he's playing well in general play. Manly, much too good. This is the second week in a row they've won by the same scoreline, 34-0. They haven't conceded a point in 2 games, and that's really pleasing Graham Lowe. Let's have a look at the Eagles. Really put the cutters through the Seagulls yesterday at Brookvale Oval, and Manly scored some outstanding tries yesterday. Here's David Lydiard, unwanted by any other club in Sydney, striding out. He trains with Jeff Fennick. There he is on to Michael O'Connor, who had a brilliant game yesterday. Snoz really reacted to the criticism of him being in the Australian side, and he played very, very well. Here's Manly changing the point of attack, and this is a big difference. Manly now know what they're doing. Look at big Darryl Williams through onto Lydiard, and that's an excellent rugby league try. Manly yesterday much too good for the Gold Coast, and they continued the rampage in the second half, and it was Cliff Lyons who was the architect of most of what was good in the Manly side yesterday. Here's big Tony Iro storming onto the ball. He wants to play second row. Why not? He's bigger than Texas and faster than most. Playing excellent football. Cliff Lyons holding the ball up there, selling the dummies, looking for support, gives it to John Jones, and the policeman from Manly over for a very good but easy try for Manly, and Manly ran riot. Here's Matthew Ridge from out wide, no problems at all, sticks it right between the posts. The Gold Coast side tried very hard, but everything they touched yesterday turned to mud. Here's Michael O'Connor, bit of room to move. Look at him go, straight up the centre, looking for support now, looking both ways, got plenty of time, finds support in Cliff Lyons. Lyons takes the tackle, and Manly a try gone begging there, but one coming up for them shortly, and it was Matt Dunford to Cliff Lyons, changing the point of attack again on to Tony Iro. That's a planned move and a good one, and the big Kiwi Express goes over for a very good try. The Gold Coast tried hard. I think this try resulting from a knock-on by Manly, but the referee allowing it to go on Tony Kelly. There was a knock-on, I thought, picked up by the Manly side, inside to Peter Cullum, the reserve grade captain, coming on as a replacement, and he strides out for an easy try. And Manly yesterday much too good for a disappointing Gold Coast side that have only won 1 game.
34 points to nil, the final score there.